While being one of the most charismatic species on Earth, they are actually one of the slowest swimming fish in the world. Because why? Instead of the back fin, they attack prehensile tail. When they are hanging on to something, their tails are actually square as well. SOS Malaysia, or in full Save Our Seahorses Malaysia, we are established over in 2005. We are actually 19 years old now. The purpose of this group is actually to champion seahorse and its family, the relatives. They are called what we call a signatid family research here in Malaysia, along with its conservation of its habitat. SOS Malaysia currently has about 12 members. Most of us are made up from long-term volunteers. It's a small little organization of just only 12 members. How can we get our message across to more people? So this one of our ways here is by participation, because we can always talk about seahorses, we can share our knowledge of seahorses, but people learn best by hands-on practical, they participate in it. But on top of that, we do a lot of advocacy and awareness and education work to share what is seahorses and why do they matter. We have discovered that seahorses actually play a very important role. Why? They are actually at the very top of the food chain, the same level as the lions, same level as the sharks, same level as the tigers in the jungle as well. They act as the top predator to control the size of the smaller fishes, the worms, the copepods, the other planktons as well, because the sharks are not going to go and eat the smaller ones. That's where the seahorse come in, controlling the food chain. The Malaysian ones, the 12 species in Malaysia, 5 are under data deficient, the other 8 are under vulnerable because of different pressures, such as one they are pressuring them is of course pollution, their loss of habitat because of destruction and degradation. Seahorse consumption in Malaysia is very minimal. It's about 2% in the whole of Malaysia only, and usually it's from those who are on a more senior age, late 40s and above. And primarily it's because of the traditional medicine, not just the Chinese community that consumes them. It's actually all across here in Malaysia. And more interestingly as well is that knowing this, we're using back the data information not to block or ban seahorse consumption, but to work with these practitioners. How can we best work in interest not only for seahorse and their numbers in sustainable terms, but also for your business practice and your medicinal practice as a whole? And how can we get a win-win situation for all parties? For us here in SOS Malaysia, we have one vision, which is actually to get seahorses to be getting some form of protection on a legal note here in Malaysia. We're working very closely with several other states as well. So this is something that we try to implement and work closely with either the federal government as well as the state level as well. Piece by piece, one layer by one layer, stakeholder by stakeholder, let's see where we can go to. If we share the same goal, share the similar interests, hey, it's an avenue where I can transfer my experience and knowledge to you. And then that's hopefully Malaysia can grow as a country as well in terms of this niche area.
Save our seahorses!